everybody, it's Miss Nekia here. I am an early childhood education specialist at the Food Trust, and today we are going to be making garden stones. So what is a garden stone, you may ask? So basically a garden stone is a stone like you see right here. It's something that we paint on, and it helps us to mark off certain areas in our garden. So the garden stone will be really helpful because in our garden we can grow anything from tomatoes to eggplant to spinach, and it may get a little confusing in our garden if we're painting all of these things. So the garden stone will help us to mark off where we have certain fruits or vegetables at. So before we start this activity, there's a few things that I want to cover. So for one, this activity can be found in booklet number 1, the basics in the Grow It, Try It Like It toolkit, and this is on page number 36. Number 2, because we are doing a painting activity, we want to make sure that we are in a well-ventilated space. So please make sure that you are in a space that has like an open door or open windows, just in case there may be some painting fumes, and you want to keep yourself safe. Number 3, because we are going to be painting, we may get a little messy, so we want to make sure that we are wearing what my mom likes to call play clothes, and this will be able to ensure that we don't mess up any of our clothes that we really like wearing. So to begin, these are the materials that will be needed. So we need a stone. So my son actually let me borrow some stones from him. So the stone that I choose to use for my garden stone is going to be this one right here. Also, we're going to need some paint. So I have my green paint right here because today we are actually going to be making a garden stone to plot off a spinach area in our garden. So here's the spinach leaf, and the spinach leaf is actually going to help me to visualize and paint a spinach leaf on my garden stone because I'm not the best artist. It's definitely helpful for me to have the spinach leaf right here in front of me. Because we're painting, we have 2 paint brushes. I have some water to help with the painting. I have a paper plate. I have paper towel, and I also have this acrylic sealant. So what this is going to do is once we paint on our garden stone, we are going to use this acrylic sealant to paint over our artwork, and this is going to ensure that while our garden stone is in the garden under all of those different weather conditions, our artwork doesn't just wash away. So this is super important to have. So now to begin. So again, this is my favorite garden stone that I'm going to pick. Go ahead and open up my green paint. I'm going to select this paintbrush, and I'm going to paint upwards so you guys can see what I'm doing. So the garden, so the spinach leaf is like a kind of ovalish shape. So go ahead and paint that on there. Do a little more, and you actually can do 2 coats of it, so you can wait for your spinach leaf to completely dry, paint over it again if you don't feel like it's dark enough or to your liking. So we have our oval shape right here for the leaf, and now we have a stem. So there goes my spinach garden stone right here. So for me, you actually, a suggestion for me is, so maybe if you're doing this as a classroom activity and there's a lot of kids that are doing the same activity as you, maybe you have the same type of garden stone, maybe you have the same type of artwork, you can go ahead, you can put your initials somewhere on the stone, you can put it on the bag, you can put it right here, you can do some type of design, but for the most part, you definitely want to just make sure that you have your spinach or your fruit or vegetable that you will be using, and put them side by side. I think it looks exactly the same. So for the acrylic sealant, just in the interest of time, I'm not going to do this today because my paint still has to dry, and I would like to do another coating of this. So yeah, for the acrylic sealant, this is something you'll just paint it over your artwork, and it'll make sure that it doesn't wash away. So that is actually it for me today. This is a really easy, fun activity. These were things that I already had around the house. And maybe if you don't have paint, there's other options. You could use maybe markers, you could use nail polish. There's all sorts of things to get creative. So this is just what I decided to do. So I will leave all of the information that I spoke about with this activity, and that is it for me, guys. I'll see you later.